This is $1.5 million.
$1.5 million?
Yeah.
Okay guys, so we just saw some stones that we can't show you, but I can draw them for you. So one of them was this big. One of them was this big. And the most valuable one was only this big, but you'll never know what it was. God, I'm not a fan of this.
Michael, it doesn't break very often.
Is that a crack?
Look at
So guys, we are in a beautiful black badge Rolls-Royce Cullinan with a crazy interior. Look at this interior as well. And this dude's even crazier. Say hi, Mark.
Hello, how are you?
We're in Dubai and we are going, where are we going?
It's the diamond building of Dubai. Almas means diamond in Arabic. Almas Tower is where more than half of the world's diamond pass through, rough diamonds.
Half of the world's rough diamonds pass through, and we just learned there's $15 billion worth. Billion, B, with a B.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to get to experience it. We're having a blast of a time, and we'll catch you at the door.
So take my hand, take all of me. Maybe I'm delirious, but I can't get enough.
We are in one of the most expensive pieces of real estate in the United Arab Emirates, correct?
Correct.
This is Martin Speak, who is basically Mr. Diamond United Arab Emirates, kind of.
Not really, but yes, I can.
We'll pretend.
We'll pretend that for today.
Incredibly knowledgeable geologist. We are lucky enough today to get an exclusive tour of everything diamond. Diamonds are now the biggest area of commerce for the world here in Dubai, is that right?
Correct, yeah. So we are the biggest diamond trading hub in the world for rough diamonds, and our polished diamond business is growing dramatically as well. So we're in Almas. Almas means diamonds in Arabic, which is the diamond tower. What we're going to do is take you through a journey of rough diamonds to polished diamonds, show you some jewelry as well.
Let's come take a look.
This is JLT. 25 years ago, this was all desert.
Really?
And there was nothing here. This is Almas Tower, where we are.
How much money in diamonds is in this building?
Our total trade, imports and exports, is $38 billion a year into last year.
38 billion.
$38 billion. 60% of that is rough diamonds, 40% of that is polished diamonds. You'll get to see both of them today. So you're going to see well over $100 million worth of diamonds today. We are the biggest rough diamond trading.
The biggest?
The biggest, yeah.
The biggest.
The biggest rough diamond trading in the world. And 25 years ago, there was nothing here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take you to the Dubai Diamond Exchange, secure area. So we've got permission to go all the way through. And we're going to see 2 rough diamond tenders. There's about $50 million worth of diamonds on the floor at the moment being actively traded and analysed.
But the stock exchange for diamonds, right?
Yeah, it's basically.
Let's go take a look.
Yeah, do. Come.
Okay. Just want to interrupt the video just to say a big thank you once again to Binghatti. They have just been the most gracious hosts ever. Their properties are insane. Mercedes-Benz building, Bugatti building, Jacob & Co building, tallest residence ever built. The ingenuity, innovativeness, and every other word I don't have in my vocabulary. Amazing. Thank you, Binghatti. Please tell us what the Kimberley process is and what you do to ensure that diamonds are from the best sources and there's none of this crazy stuff that people perceive.
So in the 1990s, there were various wars going on in Africa where diamonds, which are a very condensed form of wealth, were being used to fund those horrible civil wars. 85 countries got together and created the Kimberley Process, which is now in its 21st year. The UAE is chair of the Kimberley Process this year. The DMCC operates the Kimberley Process on behalf of the Ministry of Economy of the United Arab Emirates. All the diamonds which are being traded and transported across international boundaries come with a certificate to ensure that the countries where they got mined can benefit from the revenue. In the 1990s, there were terrible wars. Now the revenue from diamonds in Africa is being used for development and is being positively used.
And so, I know, sorry to interrupt you, but I know, a lot of people perceive that the way that diamonds are extracted, it's a horrible process and dangerous and there's children involved. That's not true, is it?
Not anymore.
Used to be.
It used to be the case, and one of the things that the Kimberley Process is looking to do is to try and install proper standards across the mining countries across all the trading companies so that you can be sure that the diamond that you enjoy is actually benefiting Africa to develop. In producer countries, in Botswana, in Namibia, in South Africa, it has been using, in Congo and Angola, it has been used positively to actually enrich the population and develop as they strive to develop. The Kimberley process has successfully stopped smuggling of diamonds.
Thank you for explaining that. I mean, I think it's very important for people to know that this conflict diamond stuff, I think it was movies, Leonardo DiCaprio started the blood diamond thing. It is not the case, and by buying diamonds you're actually supporting those economies and the people that work in the industry, right?
Absolutely. About $16 billion worth of diamonds go from that Kimberley process office along this corridor to the couriers and then back up to all the companies here. So where you're standing on an annual basis we'll have about $16 billion worth of diamonds going in and out, usually on trolleys.
Billion.
So this is the Dubai Diamond Exchange. We've got, as I said, 2 tenders going on at the moment, 2 different companies. These are diamonds from Angola and South Africa and Namibia and Botswana. So what we've got here is you've got the back office where you've got about $25 million worth of diamonds in these little pots.
They look like jam jars.
Little jam jars. The team here has sorted all these diamonds into the different pots. Sometimes there's only 1 or 2 stones in a pot. Sometimes there's lots of diamonds in the pot.
I mean, that's amazing. Just look at that. Just a little jar of diamonds.
So what determines
364 carats of diamonds in this pot.
So what determines how many diamonds go in a pot?
Well, it depends on the production which has come out of a mine, so you've got to deal with Mother Nature's randomness. And one of the things that these guys are doing is that they're trying to assort them to similar categories. So the yellow ones go here, the brown ones go down here, the single stones for the sizes. So you sort it according to size, colour, quality, and their physical morphology and the purity inside. So you're looking at all these different parameters. So this is a -7 category, so each diamond here is probably 15 points. These are the melee, -7 sieve size, so very, very small diamonds, and these will be cut and polished into the very small melee stars. But what they'll do is they'll assign a value for each stone and work out what percentage of not very nice diamonds versus very nice diamonds are, and they'll make that, and then they'll evaluate what price they're going to bid for it, and then they'll bid that price. And then these ladies are taking the goods to the clients. The clients are then doing their appraisals. Once they've finished doing the appraisals, they'll come back here, they'll check it. So these guys need to know where the diamonds are at all points, and they need to make sure that the same diamonds that went out to the clients come back to the clients.
Interesting, right? I had no idea this went on. You think of buying a diamond in a store and well, it goes through before it even gets cut.
Oh yeah, no. There's a huge process around
It's a long process.
What actually happens around the diamonds from exiting the mine to ending up in a jewelry shop in Las Vegas or LA. This is a typical rough diamond. You can see it was a beautiful octahedra shape. So what we've got here is a 28 carat. He's put it on the machine. You can see there's some black inclusions in that. Now that's not going to look very nice in a polished diamond.
Right.
So he's got a plan how he's going to cut and polish this. So you can see the shape of a diamond on the computer screen. He's looking to see what's the maximum size of a polished diamond that you can get out of it.
So from 20 carats, only 6 point something will be left over.
So he's going to get 48% yield, so over 50% of a diamond is going to be lost.
So I have a question.
polishing.
How does he determine the colour?
So what he'll do is he'll put this stone on a colour machine. He'll also look to see if it's got fluorescence, and he'll look to see what the polished colour is going to be. So this is going to be H+. So he's going to know it's an H+ diamond. He's going to be able to see the size of that diamond, so he's going to be able to reverse engineer as to what price he thinks he's going to be able to get out of it.
And the wastage, is that then used for commercial goods?
It's powder.
Powder.
No, there's no wastage from, if it's a big piece, that's for grinding down of the diamond. When you grind it on the scaphe, you lose that in powder.
Very interesting.
So these are 1 carat rough diamonds, and he's going to sort them according to what the yield that he's going to get out of them. So he's preparing them, and then he's going to do a calculation.
There's a lot of work that goes into this.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, that will take hours, right?
Yeah, he's going to be here for a day, sometimes 2 days. Here is the diamond cutting and polishing factory. They cut and polished the most expensive diamond ever, $63 million worth of rough diamonds. that got cut and polished into 8 stones, the constellation sequence. The rough stone was 813 carats, and it polished into, the constellation 1 is 313 carats, D flawless, one of the most expensive diamonds ever. And it was cut and polished in that factory.
Wow.
As we walk in here, you can see security is very tight, so we can have gold coins, we can have jewelry, pearls, a big rough diamond from Sierra Leone. It's a replica, it's not the real thing.
You're not supposed to say that. Leave that in.
So this is a different tender, $20 million worth of goods here, 22 million. Same principle as we've just seen. They're all looking at the goods. Diamonds of all shapes, sizes, colours, quantities. They're all doing a similar process. Have you got that nice 80 carata? Can you try and find us that nice, there's a nice plus $1 million stone.
That's the biggest one that we've got here.
That's 82?
83.
83 carats.
If I was to guess, I would say this is LMN.
KLM, I would say. Well, obviously assign a value to it, but we're looking at a plus $1 million stone here.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the size.
Because of the size.
So what would you guesstimate that will cut into?
Around 40 carats.
Probably around 40 carats.
They will cut it in a way that to try and enhance or make the colour come a little bit better. So they would be hoping for GA maximum.
Feel how the temperature absorbs the temperature from your hand. And this is one of the magical properties of diamonds, is diamond absorbs the grease on your hands, so it makes it feel cool.
You remember at school they had those gummies, right?
No,
It's
don't
like
try it. Do not eat it.
No, I promise I won't.
I will have to put you in.
I just spent a fortune on my teeth. I'm not going to get a diamond.
They're, what are they? VVS?
They're internally flawless.
Got it. See, brighter than
Much
diamond.
better than KLM. This is where diamonds come and get sold. They have a back office here. As I said, the ownership of these diamonds is different to that diamond, for that company, so that's why it's separated into 2 different lots. But they're all busy sorting, looking at diamonds, valuating them, and then at the end, they'll all bid, and the top bid wins, and then the mining company gets the money.
Can we go and take a look at what they look like when they've done their piece?
Once they've been spoiled and polished.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I always think I'm a geologist, so I think that rough diamonds are more beautiful than polished diamonds, but let's go look at some polished.
There you go. So this is the naughty boy wall. If you give your word when you're doing a diamond deal, you say the word mazal.
Yep.
Mazal means it's a deal. It's like a written contract. If for some reason that person doesn't go through with their deal, then they go to arbitration, the Mazal Arbitration Board.
Well, yeah, the World Federation of Diamond Bourses Arbitration Board, yeah.
And then, if they determine that that person broke the deal, this is the naughty board. Don't deal with these people. Take a look, who do we know?
Is that Yossi Dina?
Good one.
But what you can also do here is if you resolve the problem and you eventually pay for the diamond, you can get readmitted. Generally, problems get resolved. So it's a big stick, and we don't like using it very often, but it actually helps improve it. And we have the WFDB, World Federation of Diamond Bourses, to thank, because if somebody gets banned from New York, they're banned here. If somebody gets banned here, they're banned from Los Angeles, New York, wherever.
So where I live, the Homeowners Association has a similar
You're on
board.
this list.
I just got fined because some of my shrubs in the backyard were 3 inches, right?
Yeah.
3 inches too tall. Can you imagine? Cut them. You have 7 days. Your name goes on the board.
Stargems is one of the members of DMCC, one of the bigger diamond companies that we have in the building. This is a brand new office which was opened last week.
Brand new.
Yeah. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to go and see some polished diamonds and some jewelry. Look at the office space as well, because it's a beautiful office that they've renovated.
This is actually what we sold in 2022 in Christie's in New York. It's a replica of the 100 carat stone, which made a record price of $20 million. So it's something we're very proud of. And it was mined, cut and polished in South Africa in our own factory.
Amazing.
It's something we're very proud of. This was sold this year on Christie's.
The yellow rose.
Yes, yes. You know, some of the examples of the really high-end polish which we're dealing in and we specialize in.
So this is historically, traditionally, how diamonds get sold. You'll negotiate with Schleich as to what the price of a diamond is.
Sell me a diamond.
So we have some special stones, 40 carat intense yellow.
Look at that. That is beautiful. And this is a completely different world to what we're used to looking at diamond-wise. I mean, it's very, very special.
These are D flawless 20 carat couples.
Nice earrings, right?
Yes, nice earrings.
These are D flawless, you said?
Yeah, the D flawless. They're top color, top quality, the best money can buy.
How much would this pair be?
The couple will be around $4.5 million. Fancy vivid pink, that's a top quality. And
Beautiful. And these would be how much?
for the couple,
Yes.
it should be around $2.5 million. When you go to pink and blues, the price
Goes crazy.
It's crazy, really exceptional.
What about red?
Red's very rare. Very, very rare.
You still have your earrings?
I have a red diamond.
Wow. Really? Wow.
1.01 carat round.
Amazing.
Yes.
I'd love to see it one day.
I nearly brought it. I nearly brought it here because it would be a safe place to do it. But yeah.
This is also matching couple,
Beautiful.
2020.
Each one is 20.
Yeah, fancy intense yellow.
So let me guess. 20 fancy intense. I would say the pair is around $2 million. Watch how far out I am.
Not very, but a little less. It'll be like just above $1.5 million.
Crazy, crazy. So I'm going to guess that this stone here, the fancy intense blue, is probably the most expensive stone here.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Somewhere around 12 million.
Half that will be.
Half? Oh, really?
I'm used to Peter Marco's prices.
So Stargems is fairly unique in the diamond industry because they have some mines in South Africa. They do a lot of rough tenders, so distributing of rough diamonds. They cut and polish those diamonds, and they even have retail stops in Dubai. You've got about 8 retail shops in Dubai selling diamonds, so you can go to the malls and see them. So they've integrated the whole supply chain into one company.
Amazing. It's like McDonald's, they have their own cows.
So actually we have some other very, very rare stones, which unfortunately we can't film, but we'd love to show you.
Why can't we film them?
You know, they're very one of a kind and special, and we want to let the buyer, show it to the world.
Fair comment. But we can see them? Cameras off?
Cameras cameras off or like?
Oh, cameras off.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
We'll be back with you shortly.
Bye.
Okay guys, so we just saw some stones that we can't show you, but I can draw them for you. So one of them was this big. One of them was this big. And the most valuable one was only this big. But you'll never know what it was. How did I do?
Perfect. I mean, it's a one-to-one replica.
Right? Okay, so now back to reality. Tell us what we have here.
So here we have a replica of the legacy of the Cullinan diamond mine. It was a beautiful rough diamond. This is the replica of the rough. It was a 425 carat D-colored Type 2A rough diamond.
Type 2A?
Yeah.
Very rare.
Yeah. And this is the replica of the polish that's come out of it.
And did one person buy all of them from the 1 carat, or were they sold individually?
They were sold individually.
That's a shame, right?
Yeah.
It would have been lovely to have the collection together.
Right?
The Cullinan Mine
Right.
is a mine where the biggest diamond in the world, the 3,000 carat diamond,
3,000?
carat was discovered 100 years ago. It used to be called the Premier Mine in South Africa. It's very, very deep now. It's where some of the big pinks have come from. It's changed its name now. It's owned by Petra, and it keeps producing these magnificent diamonds. But that 3,000 carat diamond has, there's just one new discovery in Botswana, 2,500 carats, which we're very, very excited to bring over to Dubai. Hopefully we'll be able to do that soon. What we have here is these beautiful necklaces that we've made. They're typical Arabic wedding sets. So this is the kind of designs and pieces that work in the region over here.
We see it's very similar in the States, actually. People wear similar pieces. Beautiful.
Yeah, so these are the ones with bigger diamonds.
So you mined, cut, and then assembled the jewelry?
We go through the whole way.
Beautiful, beautiful pieces. So just in comparison, because our audience likes to know, something like this, for example, what would that sell for?
This would be around 120,000.
That seems a lot less than what it would be in the States, right?
I thought that was going to be worth
$500,000.
3-4 times that. Yeah, absolutely.
Bigger pieces for less value. That's the fashion here.
Bigger pieces. So these are like SI stones.
Yeah.
Yes. But still, for a necklace.
Yeah,
It doesn't make a difference, but
I want you to guess the price of this one.
Are these single diamonds or are these?
You caught us out, huh?
Okay.
You caught us out. Yeah.
I'm going to guess this is $40,000.
This is 30,000.
Guys, can I have a job?
No, so the whole idea is this is like, a special pressure setting. So
Yes, so that's lots of like melee, right? Imagine what it would be if I had my glasses on.
I know. Unstoppable.
But that's fantastic. I mean, if I didn't know that existed and I took a really good look, I wouldn't have known. It looks like a pear-shaped diamond.
Exactly, that's the idea.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Well, thank you for showing us. Also, I noticed there, turn the camera to the right, Adam.
We don't have to.
We don't have to?
Because look, Stephen's there.
I'm going over there because I want to take a peek. I'm a watch freak.
Sure.
Okay, what do we have? Oh, sorry. I'm tripping over. I'm saying sorry to the floor. If there's any more things I can trip up on. Okay, what do we have here?
So we've got
Some beautiful pieces.
Thank you very much. We've got some APs. We recently got this one. It's a special Patek.
Whoa. You nearly did a Michael. Oh, this is very special. And this is done from the factory?
Yeah, this is from Patek.
I've never seen one of these in person.
We have it also in white gold.
So how do you get these pieces? I mean, these are so rare.
So I'm the Patek client.
Yeah.
I keep buying them from Geneva.
So can I give you a list of my wishes?
Sure. Once my wish list is done, I'll put yours on.
There you go. Good answer. So this is a hunter back, right?
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Well, spectacular. Not every day do you see those.
This is actually a vintage AP. It's a 1997 old watch. It came with a golf kit.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, look at that.
It has signature clubs with the AP.
Bit of trivia for you. I don't think I've ever showed you this, but I have an AP Ryder Cup edition. It's yellow and blue. Offshore.
Really?
Yes.
Yellow. Yeah, didn't you buy that on camera?
All right, what's this?
So this is a Royal Oak offshore.
Did you do this?
millimeter. They made it for the Riders Cup. So it's like a golfing watch.
This is a 36 karat rough diamond. How your polished diamond looks before we start the polishing process.
If you saw that on the street, you would just walk by it, right?
Maybe not.
Would you?
This is $1.5 million.
$1.5 million?
Yeah.
It's 5 to 8 carats.
There's not many inclusions inside the stones.
Right.
And it's all D to H, D to G.
So how much money is here
This is about $65 million here on the table.
in marbles? Help.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
You can get
I don't
Don't worry about it.
I do worry about it. Ready?
Or
Ooh.
you can just fill it in there.
Yeah.
Hold on. I can't believe what I'm looking at here. This is crazy.
How much? You
Brown.
can, brown and small.
Not very expensive.
There's 800 carats of diamond.
800 carats. Okay, I'm going to say 800 carats. $100 a carat.
less.
Less?
It's less.
How much is it? Oh my word.
Yeah.
It's like sand.
Yeah. This will be about $50 or $40 a carat. $50 a carat.
Smiley face.
Check the end of your finger.
So $40 a carat?
Yeah. Because to process this and make polished diamonds out of it, it takes a lot of, the labor cost is going to be very high. So the polish won't be, but the rough is, really small, so they have to cut it into smaller pieces even, and then polishing such small pieces has a high labor cost too.
So how do they do that? Is it done by hand?
Yes, it's done by hand.
Each one of those tiny pieces of like grit?
It's going to be
That's
polished by
insane.
hand.
That's
yeah.
insane. This has been so nice. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. This is a new experience for me, new experience for you, right?
Sure, yeah.
Very interesting, and you've built a fantastic business. So if you're ever in Dubai, you have to come see these guys. Stargems. So if you enjoyed this, which I'm sure you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We are in it to win it. Where's the shopping bag? Aren't we?
Do we get that now?
Bye.